Ladies and gentlemen, friends, I invite you now not to a lecture, but to a journey. Close your eyes for a moment, if you will, and let us transport ourselves from the confines of these walls to the limitless threshold where land meets sea. Picture the vast, breathing expanse of the ocean, stretching to a horizon that curves with the very planet. Hear the rhythmic, timeless cadence of the waves, a perpetual symphony of approach and retreat. Feel beneath your bare feet the granular, shifting canvas of the sand. We are going for a walk. Not just any walk, but a walk on the beach. And in this simple, ancient act, we will discover a profound and multifaceted impact, a deep pleasure that resonates through every fiber of our being, physically and emotionally. Let us begin with the body, our vessel in this experience. The moment we step onto the beach, a unique physical dialogue begins. We shed our shoes, those man-made capsules, and reconnect directly with the earth. The sand is not a static surface. It is alive. The initial coolness of the damp, packed sand near the water's edge wakes the nerves of our feet. A gentle shock that says, "You are here now." As we walk, the sand yields. With each step, our arches sink, our toes grip, our calves and stabilizer muscles engage in a subtle, constant ballet of micro-adjustments. This is not the punishing hardness of pavement. It is a natural, resistive workout. It strengthens without punishing, massages without demand. The uneven, sloping terrain towards the water's edge challenges our balance in the gentlest way, promoting proprioception, our body's sense of itself in space. Then there is the water. The decision to let the cool foam of a spent wave wash over our ankles is a moment of pure physical communion. The temperature shock is exhilarating, a jolt that races up the spine, clarifying and invigorating. Walking through the shallows, the water provides a gentle, swirling resistance, a hydrotherapy session gifted by nature itself. The body moves against it, feeling both buoyant and rooted. And above all, there is the air. It is different here. It is charged with negative ions, those invisible molecules generated by the crashing waves, scientifically shown to enhance our sense of well-being and increase oxygen flow to the brain. We breathe more deeply, almost instinctively. Our lungs expand with air that is scented with salt and ozone, a crisp, clean fragrance that feels like it is scrubbing us from the inside out. The sunlight, reflected off the vast aqueous mirror, bathes us in a luminous glow, prompting our skin to produce vitamin D, the very sunshine vitamin, boosting our mood and fortifying our bones. The physical pleasure is not one of adrenaline, but of profound cellular rejuvenation. It is the pleasure of a body operating in the environment for which it was evolved. Moving with gentle challenge, breathing pristine air, feeling the primal elements of earth, water, and sun. But this physical awakening is merely the gateway. The true, transformative power of a beach walk is emotional and psychological. The beach is a landscape of metaphor, and our mind cannot help but engage with its symbols. The ocean, in its endless horizon, speaks to our innate longing for infinity and possibility. It reminds us that our worries, however large they may loom in our minds, are small in the context of this ancient, enduring vastness. This realization is not diminishing. It is liberating. It grants perspective. The rhythmic, monotonous sound of the waves is the world's most effective white noise machine, but it is so much more. It is a natural entrainment, slowing our brainwaves from the frantic beta state of daily anxiety into calmer, more reflective alpha and even theta states. This is the zone of mindfulness, achieved not through forced meditation, but through sonic immersion. The constant shush of the surf washes over our cluttered thoughts, smoothing the sharp edges of stress, worry, and to-do lists. It creates a cognitive space, a silence within the sound, where we can finally hear ourselves think, or more importantly, stop thinking altogether. In this spaciousness, emotions find room to surface and settle. The walk becomes a moving meditation. With each step, we can literally feel ourselves leaving footprints in the past. We can consciously decide to let a receding wave symbolize the pulling away of a regret, an anxiety, a grudge. The vast, empty beach ahead represents the future, clean and open for us to tread upon anew. There is a profound emotional catharsis in this act. The beach holds space for our solitude without loneliness. Here, one can feel utterly alone yet completely connected, to nature, to the universe, to the deep, timeless flow of existence. Furthermore, the beach is a great equalizer and a connector. Emotionally, it taps into a deep well of nostalgia, often connecting us to joyful, carefree moments from childhood building sandcastles, chasing waves, sharing ice cream with family. It can reconnect us to those simpler selves. And when we walk with another, the shared wordless experience of beauty and grandeur creates a unique bond. Conversations flow differently here, punctuated by comfortable silences, pointed out by shared glances at a diving pelican or a particularly magnificent shell. It fosters connection, empathy, and peace. In conclusion, the impact of walking on the beach is nothing short of holistic alchemy. It is where the physical and emotional strands of our being are braided together by the elements. Our bodies are strengthened, soothed, and energized by the sand, the water, the air, and the sun. Our minds are cleared, calmed, and granted priceless perspective by the horizon, the rhythm, and the sheer scale of the seascape. Our spirits are lifted, unburdened, and reconnected to a sense of awe that is fundamental to human happiness. It is a pilgrimage to the edge of things, a return to the source of life, a reminder that we are creatures of this beautiful, dynamic planet. So I urge you, whenever the world feels heavy, whenever the mind feels noisy, whenever the body feels weary, remember the path that awaits at the land's end. Take that walk. Feel the sand yield, the water clasp your ankles, the wind cleanse your face. Listen to the ancient, patient rhythm of the waves, and in that simple, glorious act, you will find yourself again renewed, restored, and deeply, profoundly pleased in every sense of the word.